Presenter Fiona Bruce welcomed guests, including James Cleverly, Piers Morgan, Bonnie Greer, and Douglas Alexander, to this evening's episode of Question Time on BBC One, and the programme soon got heated. When the panel was asked what US President Donald Trump can teach the UK about immigration, Shadow Secretary of State for Levelling Up, Housing, and Communities, Cleverly said, "The hotel closures, which the government is so proud of, I did those. I reduced the number of asylum hotels." Were there more hotels housing asylum seekers under the Conservatives? Bruce asked, to which Cleverly replied, yes, but the reason is because the Labour government is now putting them in private accommodation all over the country because they have not reduced the number of people who are arriving in this country. As Cleverly was continuing to speak, Morgan fumed, "You've both failed, why don't you just admit it? You both adjectively failed, that's it." Morgan added, "Stop making pledges you can't keep." When the journalist was asked by Minister of State for Trade Policy Douglas Alexander what his answer on the subject would be, he snapped back, "I'm not in government. Do you want me to run for office? I don't mind running for office, I've got a few better ideas than this shambles." As Alexander pressed Morgan for his thoughts, the debate got fiery as the broadcaster pushed the question back to the Labour MP. Morgan fumed at Alexander, "Well, you've clearly got no ideas. Do you want me to step in and solve the problem? I don't mind." The minister responded, "Well, no, I am just pointing out the fact that you've got no solutions, that's all." But Morgan wasn't backing down and looked at the audience as he fumed, "It's not my job to solve the solutions for the government. That's your job, that's why you wanted power. And you made all these promises." He explained that the last time he was invited onto Question Time, Wes Streeting was sitting where Alexander was and promised 1.5 million new homes built in this parliament. "How's that going?" Morgan scoffed as he was applauded by some members of the audience before moving on to another question from the audience during the episode.